Mahasevang dharmahudbhumukte samadvarang jositang sangisangam. For 2 days you have explained Mahaseva dharam ahud vimukti. People are mahud vimukti at the present moment. What is the meaning of mukti? But they do not know practically. You have to get out of the clutches of the stringent material laws. That is called mukti. We are at the present moment conditioned, so many conditions. So mukti means to live without condition. That is called mukti. The mukti definition is given in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Mukti sarupena avasthiti. Mukti hitya annatha rupam sarupena avasthiti. This is called mukti. We are not in the sarupa. Sarupa means spiritual form. That is called sarupa. At the present moment, our material conditional body, that is not sarupa. Last night I tried to explain. Sarupa means Satchit Ananda Rupa. That is sarupa. Eternal, blissful life of knowledge. This is not sarupa. This body is not eternal. Neither it is blissful. It is full of miseries and without any knowledge. So this is not sarupa. Sarupa means eternal life, blissful life and full of knowledge. That is called sarupa. So we do not know that we are now living conditional life, virupa, which is not my sarupa. This is the science. That sarupa can be perceived, can be realized. That is described in this Bhagavad Gita, Brahma-bhuta. Brahma-bhuta, spiritual realization, that is also not sarupa. That is the beginning of self-realization. Brahma-bhuta prasannatma na sochati na kankhati samas sarveshu bhuteshu mad bhakti lavate paraham. That is sarupa. After Brahma realization, when one is perfectly free from all material anxieties, that is beginning of sarupa. And then the conception of equality, sama sarveshu bhuteshu, pandita samadarshena, those who are learned, they have no such distinction that I am Indian, you are American, you are Bengali, I am Andhra, and this. No, this is all virupa. All virupa. Sarvapadi vinirmuktam. We have several times explained. We have to be free from all these designations. That is sarupa. Designation less. But we are now busy with designation and fighting. That means we are not yet completely educated. Krishna also chastised Arjuna in the beginning. Asacyan anusutastang pragyabadangsta bhasasi. You are talking like a very learned scholar, but you are lamenting on the body. bodily concept of life. Gatasun agatasun chananusuchanti pandita. So far the body is concerned, either it is dead or alive. A learned man does not care for it. That is Sarupa. Now, we are simply concerned with this body. Therefore, we are missing our Sarupa. Therefore, missing Mukti. I have already explained. Mukti means to be situated in his own original spiritual life. That is called Sarupa. Sarupanubhuti. Sarupa. There is, I think there is a word used in Bhagavad Gita. All the persons assembled in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, after death they attain Sarupa. Means liberated, all liberated and situated in spiritual life, because they gave up their life in the presence of Krishna. While dying they saw Krishna. Therefore, all of them after death attain Sarupa. So, the mukti means sarupena avasthiti. Mukti hitya annatha rupam sarupena avasthiti. This is the meaning of mukti. So, if we want that mukti, liberation, no more condition by the material nature, unconditional life, sagunanu samatitayitana brahma bhuvaya kalpate. That is Sarupa. So, Virupa means under the control of the three modes of material nature, Satagun, Rajagun, Tamagun. Of course, in the material world, the quality of Brahmana, Sattva, Sama, Dama, Titikha, Arjava, Jnanam, Vijnanam, Astikam, Brahma Karma Sava. This is the first class quality within this material world. But that is also not Sarupa. That is also not Sarupa. One may become the topmost person within the human society by acquiring Brahminical qualification. But that is also not Sarupa. Real Sarupa is above that Brahminical qualification. That is Vaishnava. Vaishnava qualification. Vaishnava qualification means completely dedicated to the service of Krishna. Sarvopadhi vinimuktam. Even if I consider myself that I am a learned Brahmin, that is also misconception. That is also not Sarupa. When one understands that I am not Brahmin, not Kshatriya, not Vaishya, not Shudra, not American, nor Indian, not this, not that, simply I am spiritual, part and parcel of Krishna, and my only business is to serve Krishna. Anukullena Krishnanusilanam bhakti ruttama. That is first class life. Anukullena Krishnanusilanam. Not pratikullena. Pratikul means against the will of Krishna. That is pratikul. Bhakti means anukul. Just like Kansa, he was also Krishna conscious. He was always thinking of Krishna. Whether Krishna is born, I have to kill him, whether this or that. You are thinking of Krishna, but pratikulena, not anukulena. One Krishna consciousness is always making plan how to spread Krishna consciousness. And another Krishna consciousness, how to kill Krishna. So that to Krishna consciousness, to kill Krishna, that is not bhakti. Krishna consciousness, how to serve Krishna, how to spread Krishna's glories all over the world, how to make the people Krishna conscious. This Krishna consciousness is anukul. Anukullena Krishna. Cultivation of Krishna, knowledge, that is required. And when one is fully situated in that Krishna consciousness, that is called mukti. Mukti does not mean now I have got 2 hands, I will have 4 hands like that. No. Mukti means change of consciousness. At this time, at the present moment, every one of us, we are thinking that I am this body, this family is my kinsman, jashat buddhi kunapi dhatuke sadhi kalatradishu bhaumajadhi, this is my country, I have to worship it, I have to develop. All these consciousness is just the opposite number of Krishna consciousness. When we shall always think of Krishna, satatang chintayantang ma, always thinking of Krishna, how to spread Krishna's glories, how it is possible to adopt the means and ways and plans, and always thinking, just like Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did, and all the acharyas did, Goswamis did. We have to follow Mahajana Jina Gatasya Pantha. That Mahajana Jina Gatasya Pantha is explained here. Mahaseva. Mahaseva. Mahajan, to follow the Mahajan means to serve their mission. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale. Swayanga Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Sapadantikam. We, Gaudiya Vaishnava, we are known as Rupanuga. Rupanuga means the followers of Rupa Goswami. Now, so why we should become followers of Rupa Goswami? Because Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale. He wanted to establish the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Manobhishtam, Sri Chaitanya, Manobhishtam, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the same thing. This is called disciplic succession. Krishna wanted that everyone be surrendered to me. He personally therefore comes and he speaks Bhagavad Gita aiming at Arjuna, who was perplexed in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, and he explained karma, jnana, yoga, dhyana, so many things. But ultimately, he assured Arjuna, my dear Arjuna, you are very dear friend to me, therefore I am speaking to you the real purpose of life. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sam. This is the real purpose of life. So Krishna wanted that people should take shelter of his lotus feet, sarva dharman parityajya. But people misunderstood him. Therefore Krishna came as a devotee, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Rupa Goswami could understand. Therefore he offered his first prayer to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Namo Mahavadannaya Krishna Prema Pradayat. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you are the most munificent incarnation, because you are not only giving the knowledge of Krishna, but you are giving the process how to love him. Krishna Prema Pradayat. So, you are Krishna. Krishna, I offer my humble obeisances to you, Krishnaya. Now appeared as Krishna Chaitanya Namini. You have now appeared as Krishna Chaitanya. So Krishna personally appeared as devotee to re-establish the mission of Krishna. Krishna wanted Sarva Dharman Parityajya, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu preached Krishna consciousness. Krishna Varnam Tisha Akrishna. This is the statement in the Srimad Bhagavatam. The real identification of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That is, in this age, there was talk between Nimi Maharaj and Navajogendra. So, what is the duty of the people of Kali Yuga to worship the Supreme? In that connection, Karavhajan Muni, he said, Krishna Varnang Tisha Akrishnam Sanga Pangasta Parsadam Jagai Sankirtanai Prayai Jajanti Hi Sumedhasa. This is the method of worship. What is that? That Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is always chanting Hare Krishna mantra. Krishna Varnayati, Krishna Varna. Tisha Akrishnam. But his bodily complexion is not Krishna, not blackish, but yellowish. Tisha means by the complexion. Akrishna, not Krishna. And another symptom, Sangapanga Astra Parsadam, is associated with his most confidential devotees and expansion. Therefore we chant, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Kadadhar Sivasadi Gaur. This is Sangapangasta Parsadam. This form of the Lord, Jagain, Sankirtanai, he is worshipped not by ritualistic ceremony, which is very expensive, a performance of Jagga. That is not possible in this age. Because there is no Jaggic Brahman at the present moment. So, this Vedic Jagga is prohibited in this Kali Yuga, because they are not properly performed. It is not possible. Just like our Sri Man Pitiji was searching after a Brahman to recite the Ramayana, Sundarakanda. He is not getting a proper Brahman. That is the difficulty. How you can perform Jagga? There is no Jaggic Brahman at the present moment. Therefore, the Jagga to be performed at this moment in this Kali Yuga is Jaggai Sankirtanai Prayai Jajanti Hi Sumedhasa. Sumedhasa means with good brain substance. Those who have no brain substance, they are called Alpamedhasa. That is also stated in the Bhagavad Gita. Tad bhavati alpamedhasa. Alpamedhasa means there is no brain substance filled up with cow dung. So one should be sumedhasa. Sumedhasa. Nice brain substance. So those who are sumedhasa means with good brain substance, they perform Jaggai Sankirtanai. By Sankirtan Janga, Hare Krishna. Just see the effect of Hare Krishna mantra, this Jagga being performed all over the world, how quickly they are capturing Krishna consciousness. Just see the effect practically. Therefore, those who are intelligent, having good brain substance, they should perform Jagga, Sankirtana, Jagga and worship Lord Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar. So these ideas can be had only if we follow the Mahajan. Mahajan means that Sri Rupa Goswami, he understood Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. About Rupa Goswami, it is said, what is that? Bande Rupa Sanatana Raghujigau Sri Jiva Gopalak. Kirtan, Huh? Krishna Kirtana Gana Nattana Paro Premamritam Nidhi Dhira Dhira Jana Priyo Priyakaro Ninmasaro Pujito Sri Chaitanya Kripa Bharo Bhuvi Bhuva Bharavahantarako Bande Rupa Sanatano Raghujugo Sri Jiva Gopalo. These 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan, they lived in Vrindavan by the order. The present Vrindavan, holy place, was made by Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami. These 2 brothers, they are ministers in the government of Nawab Hussain Shah. Practically they became Mohammedans. Their name were changed because in those days the Brahmin community was very strict. Any Brahmana accepting service, he will be immediately excommunicated. No, you are not Brahman. Brahmana's business is not to serve others. Brahma karma sabhava. They should remain. Everyone was independent. Brahmana independent, Kshatriya independent, Vaishya independent, simply Shudras dependent. So in those days, 500 years ago, these 2 brothers were born of a very high-class Brahmin, they are learned scholar, but because they accepted the service of Nawab, they were excommunicated. So practically they become Mohammedans, their names were changed. David Khas, Sakar Mallik. But Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made them Goswami. This is Sri Chaitanya. They are rejected by the Brahmin community. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made them Sanatana Goswami, Rupa Goswami. The Goswami is not a caste title. Goswami means who has control over the senses. Go means senses. And Shami means master. Those who are servant of the senses, they cannot become Goswami. That is not Goswami. Servant of senses, that is Godas, not Goswami. So the Goswami, Bande Rupa Sanatana Raghujugo, these 6 Goswamis. 6 Goswamis, and if we follow that footprints, Rupanuga, Varayate, then he also becomes Goswami. This is the process. Therefore, in any way you go, it is required Mahat Seva. Mahat Seva. The Goswamis are Mahat. Bhaunam janmanamante jnanavan mang prapaddate Vasudeva sarvamiti sa mahatma sudurlava. This is Mahat. One who has fully surrendered to the lotus feet of Krishna after mature experience and wisdom. Bhaunam janmanam. Many birds we may go on philosophizing, Brahma, Neti, Neti. But after many births, this is Jnanava. The Jnanis, they are after Brahma realization. So Krishna says, Bahunam janmanamante, Jnanavan mang prapaddati. After many births of this Brahma realization, or Paramatma realization, one may come to the platform of realizing the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Who is that Supreme Person? Vasudeva, the son of Vasudeva, Krishna. Vasudeva, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Vasudeva Sarvamiti Sa Mahatma Sudha. That is Mahatma. Who knows Vasudeva Sarvamiti, that Mahatma is required. And if we can serve such Mahatma, then our path of liberation, mukti, will be open. That is stated here. Mahasevang dharam ahur vimukti. And the other way, One path to mukti, another part is bondage. Two things are there, bondage and mukti. Andha jathandhi rupaniyamana stepi satantra urudamni baddha. Baddha means bound up. We are, in our material conditional life, we are bound up, tight. Hands and legs are bound up. We cannot do anything independently. It is not possible. That we must know. People are declaring independence. That is not possible. That is our foolishness. Baddha. Urudamni baddha. Just like Uru means this West. If you are bound up by ropes, just like thieves are carried, handcuffed and bound up on the West, what you can do? So we are urudamni baddha. Uru means very strong, and damni means rope, baddha. Just like the bulls are, bound up in the nostril, and the driver is moving like this, immediately he has to move this way, immediately. Although he is very strong bull, but urudamni baddha. So therefore, Maya's name is Gunamayi. Guna means also rope. Guna. Gunamayi, Trigunamayi, three ropes. You bound together, become very strong. Similarly, this Maya, the stringent laws of material nature, Prakriti, is very, very strong. You cannot declare independence. That is not possible. If you really want independence, then you mahasevang adaram ahur bimukte. Then you have to take shelter of Mahajan, Mahatseva. That is the instruction of Bhagavad Gita, that tadviddhi pranipatena. First thing is that this is mukti, means you have to become surrender either to Krishna or Krishna's representative. Otherwise there is no question of mukti. And if you do not do this, if you think that eat, drink, be merry and enjoy life, that is called Joshit Sangha. Joshitang Sangi Sangam. What is that? Tamodhyaram. That means you are making progress towards darkness. Stamodhyaram. Hellish condition of life. Nati vidu sartha gating hi Vishnu durasayaji bahirarthamanina. Matinna Krishne parato sato va mitho vipadhita grihabritana adanta gobhi visadang tamishram punah charvita charvanana. These are the instructions Prahlad Maharaj gave. He wanted to teach his father, atheist father. So his father inquired, Prahlad, how you have developed this Krishna consciousness? So Prahlad began to smile and said to his father, Matinna Krishne parato satu ba. He did not address his father, my dear father. He used to address him as the best of the Asuras, Asurabhaj. The sadhu manne Asurabhaj. So he said, my dear father, Matinna Krishne parato satoba. To become Krishna conscious is not so easy. Parato satoba. Even if you hear instruction from others, or if you speculate yourself, it is not possible. Matinna Krishne parato satoba. Mithovi, or making by assembly, conference. Why? Na grihabhritanam. If you have this intention that I shall live in this material world, I shall become happy in this material world, then there is no question of becoming advanced in Krishna consciousness. Matinna Krishne parato satoba mitho vipaddita grihabhrita. Oh, why they are so much attached? Adanta gobhi. because they are not Goswamis. Adanta. Adanta means uncontrolled. Go means senses. They have given freedom to the senses, whatever you like you do. So the result is that if you let loose your horses, whatever you like and do, then it will go and cause you to fall down in a ditch. Adanta Gobi. Similarly, if we give freedom to the senses, Adanta Gobi, Visatanga Tamisram, we go to the darkest region of hellish condition of life. And what is that? Puna puna charvita charmanana. Again and again the same disease, birth, death, old age and disease. Puna puna charvita charmana. This life or that life. The birth, death, old age, disease will continue. So, if we have got determination that we shall continue this life of birth, death, old age and disease and let loose our senses, do whatever you like, then there is no question of liberation. There is no liberation. Therefore it is said, Samaddaram Jositang Sangi Sangam. Jositang Sangi Sangam means, Josit means omen generally. The omen is supposed to be the representative of Maya. So, either you directly keep relation or you keep relation with persons who are very much fond of Joshi. In both ways, you have to go directly to the darkest region of hellish condition, Stamadharam. Therefore, our Vedic civilization is, the first teaching is brahmachari. First teaching. How to become brahmachari? There are many saintly persons, they are akhanda brahmachari or abala brahmachari. They avoid. It is not only for men, it is meant for women also, because here we are dressed like men and women. Otherwise, the mentality is mainly to enjoy. Purusha. Purusha means who wants to enjoy. And Joshit means enjoy. So, our relationship in this material world, they are either in the dress of woman or man, the mentality is Purusha, how to enjoy. Mentality is Purusha.